Short Kings have now been sponsored by Sound Dynamics Limited. If you're a fitness instructor and looking for crisp, clear audio quality, just like this podcast, for your classes and or online classes, then head over to www.sound-dynamics.co.uk for top-of-the-range sound equipment for your fitness needs. On with the podcast.
Okay, hardly ho there, everyone.
Hardly ho there.
We are back with new and improved microphones. We've got a bloody sponsor, don't we, Stoney?
We've got a sponsor now.
You love to see it.
We won't mention that I work there.
Yeah, we literally just did, but it's fine. We're the Short Kings podcast you're listening to.
I'm Tom. He's Harry.
I'm Harry. Hello. Nice. No, I've been replaced in the night. I'm someone different now.
Well, we're cash cows now, Harry.
Yeah,
we've
mate.
sold our soul to the devil and we've got a sponsor.
You're going to see a real change.
A real change. We're going to become more liberal.
Yep.
Far more left-wing.
I've just got loads of Gucci things.
Yeah.
That's what rich people buy?
I think so.
Gucci?
It's a different world to us, that, really, rich people.
Yeah.
I don't like them. I don't think.
You don't like
Who
rich
are
people?
They?
What if more to come? Interesting start, and not the most usual start. But we're here. We've got a 4th episode now, coming to you on Spotify, mate.
Ooh,
love to see it.
We have gone premium,
haven't we? Very nice.
So now it's £10 per podcast if you're listening.
You can pay it straight to me. I'm wearing a coat right now because we're in Stoney's garage and it's bloody cold.
We can see our own breath.
I can see my own breath, but I was uncomfortable. Yep.
It's always good to know you're alive. Harry's trying to put his coat on.
Sorry, I was putting my coat away. It is good to know you're alive.
It's good to know you're alive. I like when it's cold and you can see your breath because you think, thank God I'm alive. Or if, you're not having the best of times, you think, fuck's sake, I'm still alive.
God damn it, I'm still alive.
So here we are. If this audio is sounding crisp and clear,
then head on over to Sound Dynamics.
Sound Dynamics.
Big thanks to them. Fourth podcast, we're already sponsored, mate.
Yeah,
what do you know about it?
Not financially, but here we are.
No, not financially, but with good equipment, so we didn't need technical difficulties which have plagued the other couple of podcasts.
It is lovely to know, as good as the content, and that's coming from me, granted.
As good as Stoney's content is.
As good as my own content was, we were having some serious...
some serial difficulties?
Serious technical difficulties. I was talking about how good the content was, and here we are. Can't speak. But yeah, so tonight's episode brings us to the overarching topic of science.
However, before that, we got to get our world-famous General, who has been... We've talked to General Chit Chat before, however, he hasn't been featured on the podcast yet because of his arch-nemesis technical difficulties.
Lieutenant difficulty.
Lieutenant technical difficulties.
Yeah, so General Chit Chat, he's been trying to get into the podcast.
He's been knocking on the door trying to get in, but
Lieutenant Technical...
Lieutenant Technical Difficulties has been telling him to piss right off.
Piss right off.
But he's in now. We've opened the door. In you get, General.
Take a seat, General Chit Chat.
Take a seat in this cold garage. He's have a seat. You're right. I like your medals.
Speaking of this cold garage, Harry.
Yep.
We're on to General Chit Chat now.
Yeah, we are.
So we'll go for it.
Okay.
What's the most recent instalment that you walked into today? Of this ever-growing garage?
Yeah, so we record in Stoney's garage, and every time I come in here, the layout changes. We've got shelving and an exercise bike.
A spin bike, as some would call it.
Is that what it is?
I've got a cracking story about that spin bike.
Okay, what's the difference between an exercise bike and a spin bike?
I think they're the same thing.
You just had to correct me.
I just had to correct you, Harry.
So, Harry, you know nothing about gym equipment. Shut up, this is a spin bike. What's your story about spin bikes?
Speaking of said exercise/gym bike.
Whatever you want to call it.
I walked in the other day to the garage, as you do, about to engage in a good punching session on the punch bag.
Yep.
Had some anger pent up over the day, but we won't get into that.
No worries.
I didn't really. Just fancied a bit of a hit of the punch bag. I like slapping it, just because I think I'm never going to punch anyone. I might slap someone if I get angry. I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. So I thought, I'll see.
So I had sex with the punching bag. Okay, so you came in to punch the bag.
Yeah. Ended up humping it, as you say.
Like a dog.
So, I walk in, there's an exercise bike there. I think, oh, Dad must have invested in an exercise bike.
Yeah.
Because this is his garage, he runs it, my father.
Yeah.
So I hopped on the exercise bike, I started spinning, as you do.
Yep.
Getting a bit of a sweat on. I'm thinking, oh, this is a bit good. Mm-hmm. I'm sweating all over the machine. It's getting 10 minutes in now. Dad walks in. Right, I've just bought that from a yard sale. Oh, cool. How much? He's like, a tenner.
What?
I was like, that's amazing. And he goes, yeah. He's like, some woman was selling it because it was her husband's, but he's dead now.
You've got a haunted spin bike.
I think I'm sweating all over this dead man. Effectively.
He died on the spin bike.
I hope not.
He died doing what he loved. Spinning, mate. He bloody loved it. I am horribly uncomfortable sitting this close to a haunted spin bike now.
Less than half a metre away from us.
It's almost touching me.
It is a
My
haunted
coat's
spin
resting
bike.
on it. What on earth? I wouldn't have agreed to come in here and do this if I knew that was a haunted spin bike.
So yeah, there's a fun fact for you, Harry. This garage is haunted now.
If I see one of the pedals start moving, I'm leaving. I'm just telling you now.
Are
definitely.
we going to do not a Ghostbusters? You know those ghost investigation programs?
We could bust them.
We could bust a ghost. Could you bust a ghost? Listeners.
Listeners, if you think you could bust a ghost, first of all, what does busting a ghost entail?
Busting a ghostie, I think...
Busting a ghostie? That's a completely different
It's like those people that vape and they do a ghostie, you know, where it's like, where it comes out their mouth and then they inhale it back in.
Is that what it is?
And they call it a ghostie. So maybe that's busting a ghostie.
Yeah, or it's not real.
Yeah.
It's not a real vape.
Yeah.
It's a fake vape.
It's a fake vape.
It's a
You're
fake.
not smoking anything.
It's a fake vape.
So yeah, there we are. The garage is haunted.
Haunted gym bike. Very, very nice.
Very interesting. Harry, what have you been up to since the last podcast?
Oh, so last Tuesday, I said on the last podcast, but it wasn't in. I went to the dentist. Hated every minute of it.
Oh yeah.
I hate the dentist.
You hate the dentist.
They poke around my gums that bleed a lot.
And then embarrass you with their attractive gums.
Yeah, the dentist showed me his gums and was like, "Look at my healthy gums. These are what they should look like. Look at your terrible gums that bleed. Brush your teeth more." We have a love-hate relationship in which it's mainly hate and no love at all.
Of course.
Fucking hate the dentist. But other than that, I haven't been up to... I'm just thinking. Nope. I've done nothing.
I've done
Let me just
nothing.
think. Yeah, no, I've done. I want to say fuck all. I think is what I want to say.
I think that's the correct term for it.
I edited this podcast, released it,
And then here we are again, waiting for the next one.
and then I sat stationary in my room for a week and waited to come back round. I actually stayed in this garage because you don't let me out until I edit the podcast.
That is true. Harry's sort of like, let's call it a slave.
Yeah, I'm
a servant, an unpaid servant.
I'm captive. I'm held captive in your garage.
I mean, it'll be if you spend enough time in this garage, like you say, you'll be in shape at least. I'd hope so.
True, because I'll also be haunted.
Haunted, but in shape.
Quite good.
So I've got an interesting story to tell over the weekend.
Thank God you do.
Well, to be honest, because you were struggling, I want answers, Harry.
Yeah.
Listeners, I want answers.
Okay.
I was driving up to Preston to visit my girlfriend.
Must be nice.
Friday night.
Brag about
I was
it.
enjoying the...
You got a girlfriend?
Because I have a girlfriend.
Yep, well done.
Harry, what about you?
Do you have a girlfriend?
What's your love life, David? So I was driving up to Preston. You know, I was enjoying the M6 as much as I could. I had Arctic Monkeys playing. I was living the life.
Yeah.
Singing songs, having fun. Pull up to a service station, going for a quick wee. Sort of bump into this bloke in gym gear. He go, oh,
Is that his name? Jim Gear.
Jim Gear. Bumped into Mr. Jim Gear. And he sort of gave me a funny look. I'm like, all right.
Calm down.
But then he gave me a nice smile. I was like, oh, sorry, mate. You know, when you used to have that, it's one of them awkward, like, we're trying to go left and right, and we're like jockeying each other.
Yeah. You were riding him. That came after, actually.
Yeah, okay, long after.
Yeah.
So, well, that could be an option. That could be an answer. But we'll come to that in due course. So, I never rode him. Let's get that out
on record.
Let's get that on the record. Okay. So I'm sitting in my car. My phone died, of course. It's a very bad phone.
Stoney's phone always dies. It's impossible to get a hold of this man.
That was my excuse for not doing this podcast.
For a month.
However, I get in my car, I look up, and I could see him standing outside his car. He was having a cigarette, and I was like, he's looking at me.
Ooh.
From across the car park. I couldn't... He was too far away to tell how he was looking at me. Was it seductively? Was it angrily? Was it
just I recognise you from whenever we had the interaction?
We never know. So I then look up. His car's gone. I think, right, that was a bit strange, but he's left. He's back on the M6 going up to wherever he comes from.
Yeah.
You know, happy days.
Yep.
I then look up from setting my maps up. He's parked next to me with his window down.
Oh my god.
Smiling at me.
What on earth?
So I didn't know what to do. I was like, shall I drive off? Shall I drive off? Oh, fuck it. Put my window down.
Yeah, good.
So like we're sort of there's a seat in the middle. So he's parked right next to me, but the passenger seat is in between us. So I'm like, I'm safe. So I put my window down, sort of leant over.
You alright, mate?
Oh, mate. Yeah. Yeah, mate. You.
That's weird. That's weird instantly.
I'd rather him been like, yeah, what you doing?
Yeah, if he started a conversation, but just like, yeah, I'm alright. How are
As
you?
if
That's
I'd
weird.
brought this on.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I'm there like, yeah, good, thanks. Are you? So yeah, I'm good, mate. And I was like, right, all right. And then he goes, where are you from?
What?
And I was like, I wasn't thinking.
Here we go.
So I said my full address. I said, I'm from Derby. Yeah. He's like, oh, right, cool. You know, where you going? And I'm like, just going up to Preston to visit my girlfriend. He's like, oh, nice one. So then awkward pause for a good 10 seconds. We're both sat there. He's looking at me, smiling. He seems a very friendly chap.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
How old do you think? Give me an age.
Probably about my age. Probably about 21, 22.
Okay. All right.
So I then go, how come?
What?
I said, how come? Why are you asking this question?
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, so
okay, how come, yeah.
So I'm like, how come? Why are you asking this question?
Yeah.
Please. I'm scared. And he's gone, oh, no, nothing, just wondering. Okay.
What on earth?
Slowly put my window up.
Yeah.
Drove off. Looked to my rear view. He's still, like, smiling and looking at me. I'm like, in a bit, mate. Put my hand up, waving at him. And then that was it. That was the interaction. So my question to you, Harry, and I want a solid answer, is why?
Okay.
Why was he doing this?
So there's many possibilities that we have covered. I think that he might have been just kind of lonely. Maybe he saw the awkward interaction and thought, and then he came out and was like, oh, I recognise him. We'll have a bit of... So his car was in front of you.
His car was kind of to the other end of the car park.
And he chose...
And at a service station, they're big. So I could sort of see him a while off looking at me.
And then he chose to come and park next to you and strike up a conversation.
Yeah, precisely.
That's an odd... If I saw someone... And then if I saw them in the car park, I'd be like, oh, Tim again, you're right. I probably wouldn't even say hi. I'd just be like, oh, that was that guy. I would never in a million years try to start up a conversation.
No way.
Maybe that says a lot about me as a person.
I think it says you're a normal person.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's weird. I'd be... Did he follow you out?
He did. He was behind me, but... He was leaving at the same time, so I saw him. He was behind me, and then I sort of stayed in the left lane on the motorway, and I saw him go off.
Okay.
And then I overtook him a bit later on.
You were flirting with him. You were just doing a little with them.
I'll go in front of you. Look at my boot.
Look at my bar. No, yeah, that's. I don't know what his intentions were. I don't think it was anything malice.
Homosexual?
Possibly.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's interesting. But even if like,
I mean, if he wasn't, he's listening to this podcast. He was an attractive bloke.
Well, fair enough. But like, yeah. Well, I guess he didn't. There was nothing harmful came of it. It's just a bit of a weird way to do it.
Well, I woke up last night. And it was in my cupboard, but that was about it, really.
I said, "You're right, mate. What are you doing?
You're right, mate. So where are you from?
Where are you going? Go for a sleep, mate. What about you? Oh, nice, fair. How come? Stoney, can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Hit the COVID chat jingle.
Do 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 COVID.
There's always so much of a build-up. There's too much of a build-up. I always think, is he going to do it now? But no, COVID chat.
For such a meaningless bit of chit-chat, it's very pointless.
It's far too loud.
So, a lot's happened on COVID
Bloody
chat
hell,
this
COVID.
week.
Big man Boris and the other bloke. The bald one, the scientist?
Matt Hancock?
No, the other one, the bald one, the scientist. The other one, what's his name? The main one.
Richard Hammond.
Maybe it is. No, it's not. I can't remember his name. It's the one that stands. It's the one that has all the slides.
I thought that was Matt Hancock.
Maybe it is.
But he's not bald.
I don't.
He's balding.
No.
Like
it's the scientist one. I can't remember.
Sajid?
No, he's the other one.
He's the other one, isn't he?
But anyway.
What did he say?
Big developments. Because there's stages now, isn't there?
There's tiers.
There's tiers. There's a lot of tiers, let me tell you. Yeah, there's tiers. Tier 1, 2, 3. Liverpool currently is the only tier 1.
It is. Is that just Liverpool?
Yeah, that's what they were
saying. Is that just it?
That's what they said on the news,
Right.
which is where I get all my information from, which I assume is right. Yeah, they were just like, Liverpool's the only tier 1 English city.
Well, it's deservedly so. You know,
it seems
Scousers.
Whoa!
They've been kissing each other and spreading it and ruining it for the rest of us.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I mean, we've been kissing each other, Stone, but we haven't ruined it for each other.
I mean, you're locked in this garage. You're quarantined till next podcast.
It's the only form of human contact I get. No, but we are in tier 1. No, tier 3. The good tier.
The good tier.
Well, it's not good because there's still.
Is there a no tier? Like, oh, you're fine. Crack on.
No.
No?
Because everyone's bad.
Right, okay.
Everyone's been bad.
Everyone's been naughty.
Boris Johnson has said, you've all been naughty, you're all in bad tiers.
It is like a governmental way of saying, sit in the naughty corner, you're not allowed to drink.
Yeah, Liverpool are in the real naughty corner. He's like if a substitute teacher has come in and Boris Johnson is now the real teacher. He's like, right, I've heard what you've been doing in the summer. You've been pissing about, you've been going to too many pubs. So now I'm gonna have to punish you.
I'm gonna have to punish you. It's like when you're messing around, you think I'm getting away with this.
Yeah, because it's a substitute.
We've gone to pubs, come with all my mates.
Yeah,
I'm getting away with it, and then suddenly, whatever paternity leave, your teachers come back and they've gone.
Right, I've heard, but your substitutes left me a note, mate.
Oh no, the worst.
You're fucked. So yeah, we're doing all right. We've still got the normal restrictions.
Yeah. However, Nottingham, our neighbouring city.
Nottingham's ballsed up.
Nottingham is balls.
I've got a mate that goes to uni there.
Oh right.
Won't say his name. We won't even say it and bleep it out. We just won't say his name.
Like last week.
Yeah, like last week. But yeah, he's in Nottingham. So he's.
How's he finding it?
I don't know.
I wish there was more to that.
Could not tell you.
I wish there was more insight there. But Nottingham,
you know what?
We don't really mingle with them.
No. But he'll listen to this, and then next week I'll make sure he reports back and see how he finds it.
All right, Harry's friend.
He
How's Nottingham treating you?
Your friend as well, you know.
Tier 2 within tier 2?
Tier 2.
He could be my friend. I've never met him.
He is your friend. You have met him. You know who it is.
Ooh.
I'll say the name and we'll bleep it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in Nottingham.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Right, that's COVID chit chat over. In
Already?
fact, no, it isn't. COVID chit chat is back on the cards route. So, this is my question.
Okay.
Why have they just confused everyone more? We've got tier 1 and this means this.
I personally think it's less confusing because at least now there is rules.
Right.
And like you can look up what tier you're in and it's like you have set rules. Whereas in the summer, we didn't know what we were doing. They were like, go out and eat. Go out, there's fucking 50% off. Do whatever you want. And then it's suddenly, bloody students going out and eating. It's like, you told us to, Boris.
You literally gave us a financial incentive.
Yeah, to go do it.
And we went, all right then.
Yeah, and now it's like, well, I mean, people have been bad.
Yeah.
We don't want to name names, but the bloody students have been out.
I'd like to put this out there.
Okay.
If anyone should be in the naughty corner, it should be Boris Johnson.
Get him out, mate. Get him out.
Deport him. Where's he from originally?
England.
Deport him.
Get him back to
Don't care.
England.
Send him to North Korea, and then he can tell us if he likes lockdown or not.
To be fair, North Korea apparently have no COVID.
Yeah, because they're in lockdown.
Constantly. They're in a constant lockdown.
They get shot if they leave the house. Have you heard Kim Jong-un is ill? Maybe
He's been
dead.
ill for fucking ages.
Maybe dead.
He's been dead for ages, apparently.
Kim Jong-un no more.
Can I ask you a serious question? Before this podcast, we were at the pub, and Sony said that he thought of a joke. Is that the joke that you thought of at the pub?
No, it isn't.
Oh, good.
I will let you know when that joke at the pub comes up.
God.
So
I was thinking if you've been holding on to that for 2 hours, I'd be really ashamed.
Kim Jong-un no. But yeah, basically, the government don't know what they're doing. They then tell the people to, go out and practice what they have not made clear.
No, it's fucked up.
It's a load of old bollocks.
But I think the tier is alright. I think it's alright in my books. At least there's rules. At least there's rules.
I'm with you.
As to what you can and cannot do. People may not follow them.
No.
But,
And I, for one, am not a fan of them.
Really?
No, I mean, I can't do anything about pubs shutting. I can't say, no, keep them open.
I am staying. Get me another pint, please.
But, you know, stuff like staying in groups of 6, wear a mask, fuck off.
What? They are perfectly reasonable rules.
Now, Colonel COVID.
No, it's just COVID chat.
Get out the room.
COVID doesn't have a colonel, it's just about. COVID
About.
chat's over. Hit the bloody jingle for the end times.
Do 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 do. COVID chat over.
So, the topic of this week, I'm going to say it, Stone, and I won't shy away from it, and I'll say it again, science.
Oh no.
We're doing science this week.
After what you just heard in my COVID chat,
Yeah,
do you
this boy has no valid opinions on science.
do you think anything I say is going to be of value on this topic?
That's very true.
So here we go.
Here we go. What do you know about science? What do you know about science?
Let's take it, Harry.
Okay.
Back to the beginning, as some singer-songwriter must have said once.
Back to the... We're going back to the start.
As Chris Martin once said...
Absolute star striker for Derby County once said. That's the only bit of football knowledge that I have, that Chris Martin did used to play for Derby.
If you don't watch football, Chris Martin was a striker that did play for Derby.
Ages ago.
Ages ago. Well, no.
No,
season.
Not at all. Back to the start as in dinosaurs.
I'm talking
Big Bang.
Big Bang, Harry.
Oh.
So...
Here we go. This is where Stoney's like, Big Bang didn't happen.
No, I believe in the Big Bang.
Thank God.
I believe in the bang. I don't know how big it was.
But there was definitely a bang.
There's definitely some sort of bang.
Okay.
So, apparently, we started off everything we know, as
Okay.
in not just the world, the universe,
Yep.
in an atom, the size of an atom.
Yep.
So, I mean, you muggles out there, you can't see atoms, I can.
Stoney's a god. I
Yeah.
forgot to tell you about this.
Something like that, but yeah, we'll skip past that. You can't see atoms.
No.
Most people. That's how we started off.
As
In
something
one
extremely small.
little atom.
Yeah.
And then
Some would call it a short king of a particle.
That's
the
where
original short king
the OG
was the
short
atom.
king. Forget Justin Bieber. The atom.
Who we discovered is not that small.
The atom is small. We know that for a
The
fact.
atom is definitely a short king.
Your average atom
Yeah.
is small.
Yeah,
right.
it
So
is.
think about your smaller atoms. They're tiny.
Yep.
Right.
Have
They
we
are.
lost you yet with the technical jargon of atoms and small atoms?
I'm trying my best to put this in layman's terms.
Yeah.
Right. So we start off as that, and then suddenly we have everything.
Yeah.
The universe.
Yep.
And all the atoms within that.
Yep.
What do you think about that one, Harry?
I mean, I think it did happen.
Really?
Well, I haven't read the literature on it.
Okay.
However, what we were taught and what, like, basic I know, it seems pretty plausible.
Do you reckon?
I mean, it seems extremely, like, it's fucking wild to think about.
I mean, to me, it sounds like a load of old bollocks.
What's the other solution, then?
You see, that's the problem. I don't have one yet.
But he's working on it, ladies and
working on
gentlemen.
it.
By the end of this series of podcasts, Stoney will have found a new creation theory, and he'll be ready to share with all of you.
Well, there's loads of creation theories. The main
There's at least
opposing
two.
one
There's at least two.
being a creator, a god.
Creation theory, yeah.
Creation theory. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Creationists is
But
what they're called.
That's more religion. So
That is. We'll save that for
Get
another.
on to the Billy Bollocks on another episode
Yep.
about religion.
Yep.
And that's what I'm calling it.
You're calling it Billy
I'm
Bollocks.
calling it Billy
You won't
Bollocks.
shy away from it,
Won't
ladies and
shy
gentlemen.
away from it. So science. Let's think about the cold hard facts and theories.
We're just moving on from Big Bang. We realised that we have nothing to say about the Big Bang because we know nothing. Well, no, because there's what was it called? It was called like red shift.
Oh
in,
yeah.
in physics, and it's how like things are moving away
Yes.
because there was an explosion that's
So it's-
forcing things
yes.
backwards, which is the evidence for the Big Bang, I think.
It's what's that called? Background radiation, microwave radiation.
Is it background
Yeah.
microwave radiation?
Something like that. Genuinely.
Background microwave radiation.
Which is mad to think that we are still being shot back
yeah
from the Big Bang. We're still in the process
of moving.
of moving. From
You
the
know
Bang.
what I think is weird is that we're constantly moving, aren't we?
Yeah,
we're constantly
round.
turning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spinning and going around.
Yeah,
the sun.
spinning, and we don't feel it.
No.
That's weird, isn't it?
That's gravity, bitch.
That's that's the tagline of the pod. That's Stoney's catchphrase. He's been trying to work it into every conversation we've been having.
That's gravity, bitch.
I was like, Stoney, I don't have enough money to pay for the pints. That's gravity, bitch. I was like, it doesn't work. And he's finally got a time to say it. That is gravity. Bit shout outs to Isaac Newton.
Yeah, Isaac knew. Let's get onto him now. How did he discover it, Harry?
Bloody apple fell on his head, mate.
Yeah.
Sitting under a tree, thinking about stuff. Apple fell off a tree.
Like an apple tree, I assume.
It would be weird if it fell off an orange tree. He fell off a tree, fell on his head, and he was like, hold on.
Hey, up.
Hold on a minute. How's that happen then?
My thing is with Isaac Newton.
Here we fucking go.
Alright, I've got two things about Isaac Newton.
Oh.
I like the bloke.
Seems alright.
Don't get me wrong, seems alright.
Don't get me wrong, seems alright.
However, A, was he that smart? Or was he just the first person to think of it?
Okay.
You never know. He could have been
extremely
thick as pig
good
shit,
point, yeah.
And he's just gone, hold on, maybe there's something pulling everything
Yeah,
down.
why is
Which, I'm not being funny.
That sounds
why
like
had no one questioned it before?
It sounds like a stupid thing as well. It's like, hold on, this apple fell on my head. What if there's stuff pulling it off the tree? They're like, Isaac, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's like, he was in a mental institution. That was his recreational time.
Yeah,
Get back in the solitary.
Isaac, come on, get back in. Something pulled the apple. Swear on my life, something pulled that apple off. Alright. It hurt me head. It hurt me head.
So, that's A.
Yep.
Was he even that smart? Or was he just the first person to go, stuff's falling?
Yep.
Right? In which case, everyone was thick back then.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm. No, you've gone A. And number 2. And you're calling people thick.
Number A.
Secondly, B. He's forgotten. He's forgotten. I could see it on his face. He had an extremely blank expression on his face. He was looking into the distance and clearly did not have a second thing to say.
I focused so much on number 1. I forgot.
You know what threw you? It's how you started A and then went to number 2, and now it's
That's
just
what it
fucking
is.
thrown
That's
you.
what it is. It should have been A and B from
Have
the
you
start.
genuinely forgotten?
Yeah, I think it's genuinely a lost cause.
Oh fuck. All right, well we'll come back to Isaac.
If I think about it, I'll let you.
Yeah, let me know if you think of the second reason that you don't like him. But we have assassinated his character horribly. He's rolling in his bloody grave right now, mate. Unlucky.
Or falling.
It depends how deeply he's buried or what he's buried in. They've just dug a hole straight to the centre of the earth.
That's gravity, bitch.
That's gravity, bitch.
Right, let's progress a little. Dinosaurs. I'll rephrase that. Let's regress a little.
No, we went back to the start with Big Bang, and then we went to Isaac Newton. We're going back.
So we're now going back to dinosaurs.
We're going back to dinosaurs.
So, evolution.
I thought we were on dinosaurs.
Well, I suppose they're evolution, aren't they? In a way.
They all died.
They evolved from something. Fish. I think we all came from fish.
We did. Dinosaurs didn't.
Well, what did they come? No, I think everything came from fish.
Did it?
I'm almost certain.
Humans definitely came from
the whole Earth was ocean for a
the
bit.
whole Earth was fish. At some point. I have a theory on dinosaurs.
Hit me with it.
I don't think dinosaurs are real.
What?
I think I saw this on Twitter, to be fair. However, it makes a little bit of sense. I have done no other research into it.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's exactly how I like my science, Harry.
Exactly. I think that I saw on Twitter it was that dinosaurs weren't real and paleontologists invented fossils to give themselves a job.
It makes sense.
It does, doesn't it?
That my first question is,
yeah,
who was the first paleontologist?
Some fucking wise arse who thought, hold on, I think I can create a fictional animal or reptile, create a job. Jimmy Dinosaur was his name.
Jimmy Dinosaur.
Yeah, and he was like, I'll just put a bone. I'll make a bone. The more I'm thinking about it,
I'll make a fossil.
I'll make an animal bone. I don't know.
I think I see where you're coming from.
It would really require. Well, no, because they must run tests on it, mustn't they?
Yeah,
like the actual bones.
But
to
then
be
that's
like,
paleontologists running the tests.
I think we need to start running some tests.
We really do. I think
some
the
dinosaur.
people need to come together
Yeah,
and run a test on
yeah.
their own.
Who cares about Boris Johnson and COVID,
No.
or Trump and his mismanaging of America, or North Korea's dictatorship? The real fucking enemy are the paleontologists
They are.
that are making up dinosaurs.
They're making dinosaurs up. And here's another factoid for that theory.
Yeah?
So I go to the National History Museum a couple of years ago,
Okay.
and now suddenly they go, "Oh, sorry, we were wrong.
What?
Dinosaurs weren't scaly,
Oh, no, yeah,
They
they're
were
feathery.
furry.
They've got feathers on them.
feathery."
Yeah.
So it's like, well, make your mind up.
Yeah. Couple years, they're going to be like, no, they had skin. Sorry, mate, we were wrong again.
Yeah, sorry, they were humans. We got it wrong. we just
You're
found
a
humans.
dinosaur. Did you know that apparently... No, not apparently. That's why I like crocodiles. Did you know, Stoney, that
Wait, no, I like crocodiles.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Wait, no, I didn't mean apparently. I meant I love crocodiles. Because crocodiles look like dinosaurs.
Yeah, they do. Well, haven't they got some sort of ancestry with some sort of dinosaur?
I think, well, they look similar to dinosaurs, so they must have some connection.
Yeah, they've got to. I mean, if I were to draw a dinosaur, and this is pre my visit to the National History Museum, where we found a loophole in
Jurassic
the lie.
Park.
Yeah,
You'd think of Jurassic
Park-esque dinosaurs, right? They look like crocodiles.
Yeah, but big and on two legs.
Yeah.
And some don't look like crocodiles.
Some don't.
T-Rexes look... Do you know the new Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, with Chris Pratt?
Good film, actually.
Yeah,
I've actually seen that film.
They address the issue of why they all look scaly.
Right.
Because they're genetically engineered. They, made... Because they weren't just, dinosaurs that they brought through, time travel.
Ah.
They actually made them, which is why they made them without feathers, because they look more like what you'd think dinosaurs would look like.
Right, so they made that Jurassic World fully knowing that they were feathery creatures.
Yeah. Because you wouldn't go to a fucking theme park to look at dinosaurs and you see a T-Rex with wings.
Makes
You'd be
it a
like,
lot
hold
less
on.
scary.
Exactly, and that's the thing in the film.
Well, there you go. See, if you saw a big, scaly, 20-foot crocodile, you'd be like,
I'd be absolutely terrified.
Without my knife, which I carry around, I'd be terrified.
But if you saw a giant 20-foot chicken,
I'd give it a rub on the
I'd
back.
be, yummy. I can feed myself for years with this bad boy.
Protein.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You are right there.
I think Jurassic World is more right.
I think the thing is we're wrong, is what I'm getting at.
Paleontologists may or may not be faking it. Dinosaurs may or may not be real. This isn't called the Short Dinosaur King podcast.
No, it isn't. So stop asking us all the big questions.
Yeah, stop asking us about bloody dinosaurs, mate. We don't know.
We don't know. So I think that covers dinosaurs.
That covers dinosaurs pretty well.
So let's progress now. We've done Isaac Newton. We've done all that.
We've covered all that, period.
We've covered all that.
We've covered dinosaurs. I was going to say we covered Jurassic Park, more recent history. Covered the Big Bang.
So what have we got next?
I don't
We've
know.
got a little crazy German fella, or Austrian, called Einstein.
I genuinely thought you were going for Hitler. And I was like, wait, we've done him. we've
did Hitler last
we've
week.
covered it. Stoney, get back and listen to Einstein. Oh, I don't fucking know anything about him. E equals MC squared.
Energy equals mass times speed
Squared? Where's the C?
That stands for speed.
Speed. C
If Chris
speed.
Eubank was saying speed. Speed.
Speed. Intensity.
The way of the speed.
Is it actually speed?
Something like that.
C. I think it's crocodiles.
Mass times crocodile squared.
Energy equals mass times crocodile squared.
Yeah.
And that's how he links back to dinosaurs.
That's how-
Einstein was ahead of his time.
He was indeed. So, here's my opinion on Einstein, because I gave
Here we
a thorough
fucking go.
evaluation of Isaac
Have
Newton.
you thought of the second one yet?
No, still haven't thought of the second one. It
No.
will come to me, though.
No, it won't.
It will, I
it'll
promise.
come, it'll come to us at the pub whenever after this.
Oh, no. So, Einsteinium. First of all, favourite element, Einsteinium.
That's your favourite element?
Favourite element.
I like oxygen.
I like the hoodies.
What?
They're a clothing brand.
Are they? I didn't know that. Einsteinium? Is it?
No, element.
Fuck me.
That was a stretch.
I look so stupid. Einsteinium, the clothing brand. Element. Oh, fucking.
Vans, sorry. So, Einstein, if he didn't have the stupid hair,
If that.
which kind of we could grow, We've got.
I wouldn't want to.
I wouldn't want to, but we could. Maybe for
I'm not going to.
For a one-off podcast, we could.
You can't see. Just trust us. We've grown Einstein's hair.
So it was some crazy Austrian bloke. If he wasn't so mad,
would
we be that bothered about E equals MC whatever?
Was he mad?
He's just a bit, he had his hair mad. Apparently he was mad.
It.
Newton said he was a nut job.
We can't trust Newton, mate.
We can't.
We've discovered we can't trust Newton
realised
as far
he's
as you can
thick.
bloody throw him, mate. I mean, you say all this about Isaac Newton and Einstein.
I do.
They may you do say it, but they were right. So does it matter? Matter, as in
That's the next
the
thing.
scientific matter. But does it? I
One
think
matter.
if the footballer,
Footballer,
what a
yes.
left peg,
No.
what a right peg,
Peg.
what a
Correct.
that man has a peg somewhere. I can guarantee. No, if they were right, does it matter? If they were crazy because their theories came true.
Well, here's a quote for you from Einstein.
Okay, you haven't got your phone out or anything, so you're going this straight from the mind.
I always remember this one.
Here we fucking go.
Like, vaguely.
I can paraphrase Einstein.
All good ideas
Yep.
come... That's it.
No way.
Sorry. All good ideas...
Oh, you dirty bastard. Get your mind out of the gutter.
All good ideas come from a crazy imagination. Something like that. He did say that.
Well, yeah, fair play, because he had a crazy
So
imagination.
that's what you're saying, Harry.
That is what I'm saying. I'm agreeing. You know what? I'm gonna be a renegade. I'm gonna be a hipster. I agree with Einstein. Shoot me.
Get out of here.
Shoot me. I agree with him.
Well, Harry's a conspiracy theorist then. We know
Fossils aren't real. Einstein might be right. Who cares?
Whoa.
And we've got the one from last week that the Queen conspired to kill
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe or Madonna.
Do you know what this podcast has become? Us getting historical or scientifical facts wrong.
Extremely wrong.
But it makes for me, a good listen. Sponsored by Sound Dynamics.
Don't put it on bite size though. Do not listen to this to revise.
If you're revising, you think, oh, stick on a science podcast. Einstein may be right.
Fossils weren't real. Like, oh shit, yeah, this might be right. Red shift, background microwave radiation. Put. What I am going to do, Stoney,
Go.
I'm
Leave.
I'm going to look up the best scientific facts for you.
We're getting deep, folks.
And I'm the best scientific calculator
Ooh.
was the second result on Google. The best scientific facts. I put in the best scientific fast. That's not what I want.
That's how Newton stayed so slim.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Here we go. Stoney,
Yes.
I'm going to give you a website.
Oh no.
The name of a website.
The last website you gave me, I've had a few viruses from it.
And I want you to tell me whether you think this is a good, reputable... If you were writing a dissertation, would you use this as a source?
Okay.
Howitworksdaily.com.
I think I would, Harry. Howitworksdaily.com, 2020.
15 amazing science facts that will blow your mind.
Blow my mind,
Tom
Harry,
Stone,
right now.
it'll blow your mind. Okay. The first one's fucking stupid. Babies have around 100 more bones than adults.
Bollocks.
Where do they put them?
That is utter
Babies
shite.
have about 300 bones at birth,
No.
with
they don't.
cartilage between many of them.
No, they don't.
This extra flexibility helps them pass through the birth canal
Ooh.
and allows for rapid growth.
Rapid growth.
They don't grow that. It takes them a good couple of years. We're still growing. With age,
Not that quick for me and you.
with age, apparently many of the bones fuse, leaving
Okay.
206 bones that make up the average adult skeleton.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't believe it.
My sister's just had a baby.
Right.
So
and
I've been
have
handling...
you counted the bones?
I haven't, but he is neck was always a worry. You got to like support a baby's
Yeah,
neck.
you have, haven't you?
But that's just because the necks aren't that strong.
Yeah, that's because if you drop them, they're dead.
Oh, yeah. So
Trust me.
So, but I don't think 300.
Well, get home. Is she living with you at the moment?
No, she has her own house.
No, drive round to us after this and count her baby's bones.
Just fucking count all. Yeah.
Well, see, I had about
400?
400 bones because
That's because you were born different.
Well, I just ate a lot of petit falou.
Do they give you bones?
Well,
It certainly makes your bones stronger.
yeah, it'd be bad advertisement, wouldn't it? Say that it gave you extra bones.
Imagine. Eat petit falou, mate. It'll give you extra bones, son.
Give you extra bones, I swear.
It's trying to combat Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings. Fucking petit falou
Red Bull
gives you
gives you
bones, mate.
I promise. That little French girl on the adverts gives you bones.
Cathedral gives you the bones. Cathedral City gives you an extra head. It's just constantly trying to one-up each other. If you drink Coke Zero, you'll have a whole entire body, mate.
You'll have a new family. If your dad's left you, you'll get a new dad. I promise. So, Harry, are you going to give me these factoids and then I'll come back with a bit of the history of science? Because I was thinking, my man Fleming.
Alexander,
what did he do?
he created penicillin.
He did. Why?
What?
How?
Oh, I actually genuinely know
Yeah,
this,
here
and I think okay, you seem to be confident, so I hope I get it right. So we learned about this in history. We didn't. He left. He went on holiday, and he left a petri dish with something in it, and
A sandwich or something.
and then that went mouldy.
Yes.
And he looked at the mould and saw all the amoebas
Yeah.
and stuff in it, and he was like, hold on, there's something growing there.
What's that?
Bacteria?
You see, he must have been a rich, famous scientist.
Was he?
He'd be pretty pissed off with his cleaner.
Yeah.
It's a good job he didn't turn
yeah.
around and go, why isn't this in the bin?
Throw it out.
Get rid of it.
Yeah. But
It's a
then he's
good
like,
job.
actually, you know what, hold on, something happening here.
What's that shit?
I don't know.
Consuela.
Yeah.
What's that
I
shit?
don't know how he's made the leap from there's mould in my petri dish to let's bloody save some fucking lives.
Also, who keeps sandwiches in a petri dish?
Was it a sandwich? Or we just made that up?
Whatever it was, it's lunch, pasta, salad.
Oh, I thought it was just like a piece of bread.
Well, it must have been something that goes off. A cheese sandwich.
Well, yeah, because bread gets mould.
Yeah, so it must have been a sandwich.
So or it could have just been bread. No, it must have been a ham and cheese sandwich with some mustard in it. Maybe on some brown bread. Oh, it sounds fucking lovely.
yeah.
It was a meal deal.
Some hummus on the side.
Fleming got a Boots meal deal and left it in his petri dish.
And that's how we're here today.
And that's how penicillin worked. He then did something with it.
He made it, I think.
I don't know how.
I'm just thinking, right? So he gets his Nobel and everything, his Nobel Prize.
Yep.
Why is no one going, his PR team at that point, they're going, change the name. You don't want Phlegm in your name. You're going to die a Scouser.
Fleming. Well.
Alexander.
Well, when was phlegm invented? Not invented. Who bloody invented phlegm?
Alexander.
I've got a bone to pick with them. When did it become...
I've got more bones because I eat petit falou.
Let me go get my nephew. He's got 300 of the bastards. Yeah, because what is fucking phlegm? Why? There's so many unanswered scientific questions that we just take.
If you've lost like our plot, we're talking about science and the origins of phlegm.
What's the deal with phlegm? But there's so many things that we just take for granted, like the word phlegm.
Yeah.
Spelt with a PH and a G.
But also,
phlegm is fucking spelled PH LEGM. I'm almost positive that's how it's spelled.
You're
that's
right.
how it's
You're
spelled.
right.
That's a ridiculous name.
It is.
A ridiculous
But also,
spelling.
does it work?
No.
Because like phlegm.
Why's it got a G in it?
Phlegm.
That's not how it's pronounced. Maybe it is, yeah. If you have phlegm, then you can't say it.
It's like dyslexia.
Is it?
Who invented that word? Because poor dyslexic.
Exactly, it's got a fucking Y and an X in it.
Yeah. They're the most complicated letters.
What? Yeah.
So that was
fucking
science.
Phlegm with a fucking... That annoyed me, mate. Phlegm
Yeah.
with a fucking G. Okay, so we've done the beginning.
We've done the beginning.
We've done the middle.
We've done the middle.
We're taking
What
on the
now?
end now. What next?
What next, Harry? Where do you see science, the next big leap in science, where do you see it taking us? Go.
I think the cure for COVID must be up there. Yeah, pretty safe answer.
Yeah, pretty safe.
I think...
think in your wildest dreams, when you were a child,
Yeah.
when you were full of ambition and hope,
And bones.
so many bones, what did you envision science to be now or in the future?
I didn't really think that much about it. Science in the future. What's it gonna be? I think that there won't be like actual food. I think you'll just have. I think food will be like small. I think we'll be because we're all efficient now. Everything's about efficiency and getting things done quick. So I don't think that you'll be making stuff. I think you'll just take like because there's already like supplements and stuff, isn't there?
Like vitamins.
Yeah. So I think everything. Just eat your daily intake of salt pill and your daily intake of carb pill.
It's and sad life.
Oh yeah, no, it won't be nice, and chefs will be out of business because they'll have to become pill makers.
So they're drug dealers.
Yeah, and you can get like black market pills if you want some chocolate or something like that. You have to go to the fucking shady guy, down the road.
And he goes, mate, I've got so much chocolate.
You want some toffee? Oh, mate, I've got fucking new Kit Kat flavour in. You want some of that, mate?
Some Werther's Originals. Remember that?
I have like actual Werther's Original. Yeah. But that would be fucking... And no money. I don't think there's going to be money.
No money. Well, we're already heading that way anyway.
Exactly. So no, I think eventually, by the year, I'm going to say 2021, there's going to be no money.
2021.
No. But I think there'll eventually just be no hard cash. Because you today gave me hard cash, and I said...
For my toffees.
Yeah, I'm a dealer. I'm a toffee dealer. And I said, what am I going to do with this? Because every you do everything online, or you have the contactless cards. Cash is going to be bloody nothing, mate.
You're right. Well, because my card doesn't work at the moment, I've been living off cash, and it's hard to live life with hard cash. I want soft cash. I want a credit card.
I've been throwing out all my cash. I have £1,000 in my waste paper bin by my desk at home.
So,
what do you think's going to happen?
We sort of touched on where I was going.
Have we? What?
With the sort of everything becoming nothing and efficient. So food is no longer because you've got these little pills.
Yeah.
And cash is no longer because you've got these cards.
Yeah.
Maybe everything is going into one. So you've got one thing that's your car keys.
Why is that the first thing you started with?
I was thinking when you go for your pockets.
Okay.
You've got one card.
Yeah.
And it's your car keys, it's your money, it's your Vaseline, it's your headphones, it's your mum.
Whoa. I was with you all the way until you started adding family members into it.
It provides you with love, warmth. It's everything here in your hand. Everything's going in your hand. It's an elusive concept.
We're moving too fast for me, Stoney. I don't like this. I want to go back.
But everything's going to be robotic and no emotion. We're not going to have to produce emotions because everything's going to be there for you that you want and you need.
This sounds absolutely horrible.
It does.
And I don't want that future.
No. So let's paint an idyllic future.
There's too much food. There's no pills and it's all food.
Some population. We're not going to have that.
We're not going to have population.
Let's pick a country a bit shit.
England.
China.
China's a great country.
China's cracking. Wales.
What's wrong with Wales?
Get rid of Wales.
The animal?
Both, if possible.
Nah, I like the animal.
Nah, I love Wales. Not the country.
I love Wales, but I hate Wales.
If we want more food, Welsh people and Wales can either start churning it out a bit quicker in the production, or they can, piss off.
Here's a fact about Wales.
Go on.
Did you know that there is for every one person, there's 3 sheep? That's a genuine fact.
What, in Wales, for every one person's about 70. Oh, is that in Wales?
Oh.
I thought you meant in the world.
No, in Wales.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't surprise me.
I said 3, you said 70. Who knows what? It's somewhere in between there. Yeah, but there's a lot of sheep in Wales.
Well, I went to Wales camping not that long ago.
Okay.
And I didn't see one A road.
Really?
Imagine pulling out your drive. It's like that for 7 hours.
Fuck me.
Yeah, shit.
That's a lot. Did you see any sheep?
Lots. Not many people.
If you said none, I'd be like, oh, well, are you sure you went to Wales? Okay, well, we've painted our idyllic futures and our not idyllic futures.
So we've painted, we've took our listeners on a journey.
We have.
From the beginning of time, from the Big Bang, when we were just an atom,
Yep.
to now,
Short King, original Short King, the atom.
in the future, we've got nothing.
We're back to nothing.
We're back to
We're
nothing.
back to one.
Maybe that's it, one loop.
Oh my god,
Because an explosion,
man.
Harry, a bang,
Needs an implosion.
needs an implosion.
Holy
it needs a finish.
shit.
And we're going to be an atom again, one day.
Well, not us. We'll be dead by then, probably.
Have you ever thought maybe we're an atom on a chair leg?
No.
And our universe is the atom on this chair leg somewhere, in a larger universe.
I haven't thought about that, but that thought will keep me up many nights now
Yes.
that you've planted it in my head.
Well, it's given me anxiety.
Oh, dear. I haven't... No, I don't... Oof.
So, I've
Really,
finished off, Harry.
You've
and
just,
that's the end
you've
of
just
the
put me in a horrible catatonic state of deep thought. We're going to go back to philosophy now. We're going to have far better...
We should have followed
opinions
philosophy
on
from
it.
science.
Yeah, but we just
But we
stuck
didn't.
history in there for some reason. That's the end of science. We've finished science.
science.
We've done science.
Tick.
Science is done. We skimmed over some things, but I think we covered the majority of it.
Probably most of it.
Newton, Einstein, bit odd. We fucked. Have you thought of the second Newton?
No,
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. He hasn't. He
and-
hasn't. He hasn't thought of it.
Would he have thought of it if it was a pear tree? I should say that, because I can't think of anything.
All that weight
All that way.
for a pear tree. Stoney. Last week,
Yes.
I told you I gave you a film on history.
you
The
did.
film was 12 Years a Slave.
Yes.
Honest opinion. What did you think of the film? Did you watch it? He didn't watch it. I can see from his face he did not watch it.
My mum watched it a while ago and said it was good.
Some would say that's no way the same as you watching it.
The thing is, I sat down for 12 Years a Slave, Harry,
Here we fucking go.
and I just thought, that's too long for a film.
Idiot.
That was the
Shut up.
joke.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
No way. I'm all for the abolition of slavery. No way am I watching a 12-year film on it.
It's not really 12 years, don't worry.
12
It's about 2
hours,
It's
minutes?
about 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Really good film, mate. It's
Is it?
Yeah, it's a good film.
Is it about slavery?
Yeah,
Like
it's about a guy who is he's a free black man,
Okay.
and he got he was a violinist, and he got kidnapped by 2 men who then sold him into slavery.
White men.
Yeah, and then he spent 12 years as a slave, even though he was a free man.
See, those sort of films make me feel bad.
He gets out at the end.
Does he? No.
Yeah.
I mean, you think, oh, I'm white. Fuck, we did this.
We didn't.
We didn't. I've enslaved you, but that's about as bad as it's
that's
got.
different.
But I just think, oh God, we weren't good
We
people.
weren't. No, we weren't.
My people are not good people.
Yeah, and
We're all right now.
some of us. It's all individuals, isn't
So
it?
it is,
It's
isn't
all
it?
individuals.
Well, that's a good note. That's a good note to sort
Yeah,
of start
yeah,
wrapping up on.
Yeah.
Everyone-
Good film though. You should.
Good
watch
film.
it. Good film.
Yeah.
You should watch it.
Yeah.
It's got Brad Pitt in it.
Right? He's
It's
a
got.
good actor.
It's
He's
got.
not black.
No, he's not the slave.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, mate. Chitterwell Ejiofor is the slave. Really good actor.
What's his name?
Chitterwell Ejiofor.
Great name.
A good name, innit?
Great
That's
name.
a lovely name. It really
Really good
rolls off
name.
the tongue. Yeah.
Yeah.
And another guy. Can't remember his name.
Well-
He's in X-Men.
Charles Xavier.
No, the new X-Men's.
Charles Xavier.
Okay, doesn't matter. We'll leave it.
It's the only X-Men I know. X-Man.
Not even an actor. It's just the X-Man.
The leader of the X-Men? So, Harry, we've touched on scientific...
Do you want a scientific film?
I want a scientific... I can't speak.
Stoney can't say scientific anymore. Say it.
I want a scientific film.
He's done it.
please. Thank you.
Apollo 13.
Seen it.
Watch it
Loads.
again.
All right.
Oh,
I'll watch it again.
God, the fuck.
Is it the one with Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to watch that
It's a
again.
good film, isn't
Kevin
it?
Bacon,
It's a really good film.
July the 8th, we share the same birthday.
You do.
Along with Jaden Smith.
It's my mum's favourite film.
Is it? Well, me and your
13.
mum can watch it.
Alright, calm down. I'll watch 12 Years of Slavery, oh mum. We'll have
a while.
We'll have a mum film night.
Right.
Well, I think that wraps it up perfectly.
Beautiful.
Scientific film, done.
Done.
The whole history of science, done. There we go.
There we go.
Big thanks to the sponsors once again.
Big thanks to Sound Dynamics for sponsoring this
Sound
podcast.
Dynamics, clear mics, clear sound,
mics.
clear people.
If you've enjoyed, I love that. If you've enjoyed the clear audio that you've heard, head over to the website www.sound-dynamics.co.uk. And you can browse their products.
Get looking for the mics.
They've got all sorts, from speakers to mixers to speakers, headsets.
They've got mics,
lights,
speakers.
I
have a couple of mics as well, I think.
Anything with a wire, they've got it.
Did you say speakers?
I said speakers.
All right, they've got speakers.
So yeah,
that'll do us. Thank you very much for watching. Not watching. You've been watching nothing.
Certainly listening.
Tune
in next week when we are going to be discussing
Geography, mate.
Beautiful. So if you've learned something today, just know that next week you'll be learning even more.
You'll be learning even less, mate. We have been the Short Kings.
We have.
You've been you.
That's
our send-off. I've decided. Okay. I hated it when you first said it, but now I quite like it. It's grown on me.
Yeah,
it's grown on me.
We've been the Short Kings. You've been you.
You've been you. Good night. Good bloody night, mate.
Good riddance.
We hate you. Stop listening, please.